बसू इकडे.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great privilege to welcome resource person, Honorable Dr. Vidyarani Shandana, for who has joined us today for the first session of faculty development program on topic Introduction to Research Methodology and Overview of Research in Academia. Currently, ma'am is serving as associate professor in civil engineering department and holding a deep R&D position in Sharp Technical Campus, College of Engineering and Research, Samura. Her specialization in biogas technology, and she holds PhD in civil engineering from Solange University, with her research focusing on performance improvement through fluid management and design modification. She was an accomplished academic and researcher in civil and environmental engineering with over 18 years of teaching experience at Sweden College of Engineering, Bangalore. She has held various positions including lecturer, assistant professor, and associate professor. She has been instrumental in institutional development as the head of civil engineering department, president of the institutional innovation council, and coordinator of NRI, IPRS, and AWRI. She has published extensively in reputed journals, both pre and post PhD, covering topics like biogas register optimization, CRT simulation, and sustainability in biogas technology. Her significant achievements include patent on an improved biogas plant design and successful completion of funded projects such as developing IoT-based device for environmental and agricultural monitoring. Ma'am has earned Best Teacher Award in 2022 and recognition like Avishkar 2016 and Animation 2016. She was also a member of Board of Studies for Civil Engineering and has contributed as syllabus center paper evaluator and science coordinator. With expertise sustainability, innovative engineering practices, and extensive leadership experience, ma'am is a distinguished educator and a pioneer in advancing practical solutions for environmental challenges. So we are truly fortunate to have such distinguished expert with us today to share valuable knowledge and guide us on topic research in academia. I heartily welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of our college. So I now invite Honorable Dr. Vidyarani Shandana, ma'am, to take the stage and enlighten us with a session.
तिथूनच बोलावं लागेल का? हँड माईक फॉलोवर काय असेल तर नाही ना नसेल तर Okay. Good afternoon. I was supposed to say you good morning, and fortunately I got delayed. I apologize for the same. And I am here to say you good afternoon. By the way, today I am going to deliver a session in the 5-way FDP, the research and idea, research methodology and idea. So, Chandrasekhar is my student. In civil engineering department, he asked me for the same, and I accepted his invitation for the day 1. So today I am going to conduct. Next. मला ऑपरेशन आणि माहिती ह्या दोन गोष्टी मला अरेंज करून देतात व्यवस्थित. जे ऑपरेट पण मीच करते लॅपटॉप. स्ट्रीमिंगला ऐकायला जाणार नाही. मी जर या आवाजात बोलले तर ऐकायला येते का? तिथे नाही येणार ना. ऑफलाईन वाल्यांना काही शक्य may I get know how many of you have registered for PhD? 1, 2, 3, and completed PhD 4. Okay, PhD completed. Is there anybody? Here they are not present. Okay, I should understand that here. No? All other are MA completed. Remaining all are MA completed. Okay, back to university. असं इकडे ठेवलं तरी लॅपटॉप मी येता जाता हँडल करू शकते. हे तुमचं फक्त जरा बघा ह्याचा अँगल वगैरे. Okay, today we are going to cover these 4 points. First is the introduction to research methodology. Second is overview of research in academia. And the next research problem and formulation and its a hypothesis. And the last one we will discuss about the literature review. Syllabus of this FDP is very synchronized manner. Okay, so one by one you will understand as if you are completed FDP and very soon you will be willing to go for the PhD. So that way this syllabus will help you to understand the how research can be started and what exactly needs to be done. Okay. So the first one topic we will discuss is the introduction to research methodology. First of all, we should know what is meant by research. What is the research? Anything we research. The word is divided into 2 words, that is re plus search. New search, again and again is the research. Very small thing in academia can be considered as a research, whereas in industry it will not be considered. In industry, exact applications are required, and that to be a very concrete applications are expected. But in academia, a small new things can be considered as a research. So certain definitions, maybe you are getting more with these definitions, but why one should understand first before the actual understanding of the research methodology. So what is this research? By according to us, there are certain definitions I have added. Different scientists have derived different definitions, but few of them I have added over here to discuss with you guys. So the first definition we are going to discuss by us. Research is a point of view, an attitude of inquiry, or a frame of mind. What you think, that is the research. Whatever the existing thing is there, and in that you are going to modify it, that can be a research. It asks questions which have hitherto not been asked, and it seeks to answer them by following a fairly definite procedure. Okay, here is one word he told me is very difficult. I would have changed in a simple word, but I have not changed. Why? Because it is a definition derived by someone. Is it? So scientifically it is derived, and what is mentioned in that, whatever new thing you are going to do in a particular framework, that can be a research. So likewise we'll discuss another one method, another one definition by George Morley. George Morley, what he is saying, he defines research as the systematic and scholarly application of the scientific method. In a research, systematicness is very important. Whenever I am going to tell you further, in when actually we are going to start this study, how we are going, we need to go for in a systematic manner. That I am going to tell you further. But you should mention that the systematic and scholarly application of scientific method interrupted in a broader sense to the solution of social problems, conservative and systematic study designed to promote the development of social studies as a science can be considered a research. So whatever search you are doing, that should be benefited to whom? Society. That should be benefited to the society. then only it will be considered. And that's why one clue I will give you here, whenever you are writing the proposals, research proposals, very important focus should be there, how it will be useful to the society. And that kind of proposals are getting accepted more. I have handled 3 different proposals until now. Means I got 3 proposals funding sanction and one BRC proposal which was sanctioned to the Dr. Prabhat, but I was handling that 1 CR project. So through that I came to know that we can, whatever research we are doing, it should be applicable or for the development of society, and that accepts much. Okay. So this is about the George Morley's definition. 2 important things Morley has mentioned. One is systematic and scientific, and second, it should be applicable to the society. Then the next definition we are going to discuss about the theme for Woody. Woody research comprises defining and redefining the problems. Okay, so many of the times what we do, how to start the research is the biggest problem. Have you observed that? Maybe for your MTech study also. Is it? We used to find the problem, how to identify the problem. That is also included in this presentation today. What is the biggest problem? How to find the problem for the study. Is it? It's obvious major issue, but this will help you defining and redefining. How to start? If you are interested in a biogas, okay, you know someone has completed the work nearest to you, suppose me, okay, then you can study the focus area, so future scope. You can study the future scope mentioned in that particular thesis or the paper, and then you can take it as your research. So it is a defining and redefining the study. It is defining and redefining the problems, formulating hypotheses or suggested solutions, or separately we are going to discuss about the hypothesis. What is the hypothesis? Separately we are going to discuss. Organizing and evaluating the data, making deductions and reaching conclusions, and at last carefully testing the conclusions to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. Shortly, I will tell you what is the hypothesis. Imagination. Whatever you are thinking, whatever you are gazing in a day-to-day life also. My hypothesis falls down today. I predicted through Google, I searched how much time will require to reach me to the Phaltan from Pandharpur, around 2 hours. I started my journey at 8:15 from my residence and reached here at 1:30. That means my hypothesis falls down. Is it? This can be one research. Never it is expected that whatever hypothesis you have found, and that should be completely positive. It should not be like this. But through that research, we should identify something. Is it? So here, collecting, organizing the data in a synchronized manner is very important in a research. First thing, we'll recall in short, define or research, search again and again, then define or redefine the data, collect the data, analyze the data, and compare whatever the hypothesis you have done, whether it is satisfied or not. If it is satisfied, what is the cause behind that? And if it is not satisfied, what is the cause behind that? That is your research. Is it understood? So through these various definitions, we can conclude that what is the research. Little more about the general definition I am going to tell you. If some scientist defines that definition, we cannot change. But some generalized definitions we can change. So this is one of the, it is a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. In fact, research is an art of scientific investigation. It is an art of scientific investigations. Okay. So many of the times we search many things, but if there is no complete scientific orientation to that, we cannot put it into a proper documentary form. And if it is not being put into documentary form, we cannot prove that this is my research. Okay. So it should be prepared, collected properly, and put it into documentary form. It is a careful investigation or inquiry, especially to search for new facts in any of the branch knowledge. Is it audible? थोड़ा सा lose connection है. Hello. So maybe more about the research now. Research is thus an original contribution to the existing stock of knowledge. आइंस्टाइन ने हा शोध लावला, एडिसन ने हा लावला, न्यूटन ने तो लावला. मग आपल्याला इतकं काय करायचं नाही. बरोबर आहे? That much we are not supposed to, but you can go for. But what is currently expected in the existing knowledge, you can go for a invention. That can be a research. It is a pursuit of truth with the help of study, observation, comparison, and experiment. In a research, observation is very important. Very important factor in a research is observations on daily basis. Whatever the things going on, that keenly if you observe, you will be able to find out the research. And that is what expected mentioned in a design thinking. Have you heard about the design thinking? Concept design thinking? I think though the first year la kon hai. Okay, first year la syllabus hai design thinking. Okay, so design thinking what it is? Keep on observing. Keep on monitoring and then find out the problem. That can be an exact way of finding the problem. Once problem identified, that idea you can put it into concept, and that concept you can convert into proof of concept. And that to POC, further you can consider as a product or any new development. That can be a research. Okay? In short, the research or knowledge through objective and systematic method of finding solution to a problem is a research. Simply, I think 3, 4, 5 slides we have discussed about the research. In that, what you understood, a systematicness, define or redefine research and bring it into the particular documentary form. That can be a research. Okay, so the term research refers to a systematic method consisting of articulating the problem, formulating the hypothesis, collecting the facts or data. Completely concluded here. This is a concluding remark about the various definitions of research. This is a concluding remark. The term research refers to the systematic method consisting of articulating the problem. Articulate your problem first. Okay? Once articulated the problem, formulate the hypothesis. Formulation of the hypothesis is equally important. म्हणजे डायरेक्टली दोन गावांच्या मध्ये नदी आणि त्यामध्ये तुम्ही याला भेटतीये त्या गावात या गावात त्याला सोर्स नाहीये. That is in how articulated problem. Is it? In a simple language I am going to explain. So in a two villages there is a one river and you are not able to pass this river to go for the other village. This is problem. Identify. Now articulate that problem in a systematic manner. How you can go for multiple huge number of solutions you can provide, and then a hypothesis you can formulate. How can we go? Someone will say we can fly, someone will say we can swim, someone will say some device will be generated, someone will go for bridge. Multiple solutions will be there. Okay? This is forward backward. Okay. So formulating a hypothesis, collecting the facts or data. And with the same example we go for, okay, there is someone, different people have come with the different solutions. The होईल किंवा नाही होईल हा पुढचा प्रकार. But you are imagining, you are basing this can be a solution. That is what hypothesis. Okay? Collecting the facts or data. What you are supposed to go for that? Collecting the data in that example. How much distance is there? What is the level of river water during the summer season and during the rainy season? Means minimum water level, maximum water level. What is the soil quality? Is it? That kind of data you are supposed to collect. So collection of data and reaching certain conclusions either in the form of solutions towards the concerned problem or in certain generalizations for some theoretical computation. Not necessarily to be breach मारण्याचं म्हटलं तर breaches मारला पाहिजे. That theoretical formulation you can put before that can be a research. Understood? That can be a research. Let us see the general characteristics of the research. What are the different general characteristics of research? It gathers new knowledge. Definitely, whenever there is a research, it gathers the new knowledge or data from primary or first-hand sources. कि दुसऱ्याचा डेटा आहे त्याला आपण सिम्युलेशन केलं त्याला काहीतरी मॉडिफिकेशन्स केले तर तो एक्झाम्पल देऊ शकतो मी तुम्हाला ही पेन्सिल आहे. Okay, we have a pencil to write the erasable material. Okay, and there is a eraser to erase that written material. But I am going to add that eraser at the back side. Recently I am using it at the back side of the pencil, and I can say this is my research. No, it should be something new. Eraser is already existing, pencil is already existing. You have learned the method of using it. It cannot be a research. Understood? So that is what mentioned over here. A primary or first-hand source. It is coming from the primary or first-hand source. It places importance upon the discovery of general principles. It is an exact, systematic, and accurate investigations. Accuracies are equally important. Wherever you are analyzing, some analysis kind of or experimental type of research work is going on. And in that, if you are not maintained the accuracy, your results will be lost. Your results will be lost and ultimately your results will be flawed. It uses several valid data gathering devices. It is logical and objective. The researcher resists the temptation to seek only the data that support his hypothesis. We are going to talk much about this last slide. What is mentioned here? The researcher resists the temptation to seek only the data that support his hypothesis. आपल्याला ते कळलं असतं की नाही पण या नदीवर ब्रीचच का करू शकतो दुसरं काही होऊ शकतच नाही. My hypothesis is go for bridge. So I will support for that only. That mindset. Is it? And that mindset will collapse you to think about the alternative source. Even you will not approve someone else's solutions. Okay, so we are going to talk much about this topic also. The researcher eliminates personal feelings and preferences. Researchers should have to eliminate the personal feelings. म्हणजे एकदा का तुमच्याकडे एखादी गोष्ट बसलेली असते ती हे असंच होतं. That will not help you to come out of that mindset. And if you are not coming out of that mindset, you will not be able to see to the facts neutrally. The facts should be observed very neutrally, and then only you will be able to go for the next judgments. It endeavors to organize data in a quantitative terms. Sometimes qualitative type of research, sometimes quantitative type of research. If it is a quantitative type, in that case, numerous data you are supposed to collect. You should not bring the limitations to yourself for the quantitative data. The researcher is willing to follow his procedure to the conclusions that may be unpopular and bring social disapproval. What is that? Maintenance law. We have pre-Manpower study in a girl. Is it? He had gone for the research on a peanut. So at that time he thought various genetics and all those things we engineered and all things that. But that time we many of the people started calling him as a mad because this is not possible. Likewise. So we should not forget that there may be when certain unpopular things will come to the notion. Once you start studying and you should answer it. You should see that very neutrally. Okay? Research is carefully recorded and reported. First of all, in the first line itself, I told you, research must be recorded and reported. Simple things मी तुम्हाला सांगणार आहे जेव्हा समजता पहिले आहे की जेव्हा तुम्ही रिसर्च चालू करता even I will take my journey how I have gone for the collection of data. Okay, in that I will explain. Conclusions and generalizations are available and carefully and continuously. Whatever the facts you have determined, observed, and that report or the records you have prepared, you should be preserve it very consciously. Then only you will be able to say, this is my research, this is my research. Okay, so now when I talk about the research, what is research, what should be the characteristics that we have discussed. Okay, now let us come to the point as some different types of the research. There are multiple types actually, but very few I'm going to cover over here. Okay, so what are these? Descriptive, analytical, applied, fundamental, quantitative, conceptual, and empirical. So this BS I have written to explain you in a better manner in a comparative form. What is descriptive, what is analytical, what is qualitative, what is quantitative, conceptual, and empirical. Okay, so one by one we will discuss. So descriptive and analytical research. What is this? What descriptive research? What type of research is descriptive research? What type of research is analytical research? You can see in this figure, analytical descriptive research will tell you a fact. It will tell you the fact, and whereas analytical research will tell you why does this happen? Why does this happen? We can take the example of corona. In 2020, very undetermined, unpredicted thing we have faced. Never ever we have thought about this. Is it? That was came into the picture. We were able to find out how many number of people died, how many people are getting affected, infected. Okay, that is what the fact. This disease is getting spread through the viruses. Is it? That was a factor. But why does it happen? Why does it happen? Who was behind that? And how it has been transmitted from China to India? Is it? So all this will come into under the analytical. That is the difference. Simply, as it is factor is nothing but a descriptive research, and the cause behind that, it's a journey behind that will come under the analytical type of research. I know the thing you can select for your study as an academician. Okay? Descriptive research includes surveys and fact-finding inquiries of different kinds. Simply you can go for the survey. Survey method also you can choose yourself. Questionnaire method, random selection method, observation method, data collection method, or you can set some Google forms and collect the data. That can be a way to go for survey. The major purpose of descriptive research is description of the state of affairs as it exists at present, as it is. The main characteristic of this method is that the researcher has no control over the variables. He can only remember what has happened or what is going to be happen. Is it? I don't know infected, partially infected, 5,000 infected. That is the only control. We cannot control over the numbers. We cannot control over the facts, actual facts. Okay. But once we get to know that what is the reason behind that after analytical research, frequency of shopping preferences of people of similar data. Suppose that you can shop at the main or the key place in your city. Number of people are visiting to that particular shop. How many number of women, how many number of girls, how many number of gents, how many number of boys are visiting. That is a fact. Then again you can segregate in a different manner the age of people. How many childs, how many middle age, how many young ones, then how many old age, that can be a fact. Then what is the next step? Why this? Suppose I observed that many ladies are visiting there. I came to know the fact that many number of ladies, women are visiting to that particular shop. Then I will start find out the cause. Why only women's number is more? Maybe that shop is providing such materials on beauty ads or products or the sarees or the clothes which is useful to the ladies. That can be a analytical research. But what is the fact that the women are visiting multiple times? More number of women are visiting this particular shop. That is a descriptive research. The method of research utilizing descriptive research are survey method of all kinds, including comparative and correlational method that we discussed. In analytical research, the researcher has to use facts or information already available. What information in this case available? What is the information available? Just now we have discussed the case. Yes, please.
Number of ladies.
More number of ladies are visiting. That is the fact available. So with that factor, you can find out the cause that will be understood through the analytical research. Is this clear? Okay? Yes. Okay, next type is the basic research versus applied research. Basic research usually it is called as a pure science research also. Or it is also called as a fundamental research, whereas applied research uses the actions. Applied research uses the actions. And in academic area, academic research मध्ये काय आहे की academic research will give you basically in academician goes for the fundamental research, pure science research, is it? Whereas in industry applied researchers are expected. They concentrate less about the documentation, they concentrate more about the product outcome, is it? So the fundamental research is also known as a pure or basic research. Fundamental research is mainly concerned with the generalization and with the formulation of theory. So we usually go for the formulation of theory. Gathering knowledge for knowledge sake, to term the pure or basic research. काहीतरी काही problems has नाव आपल्याला करायचं असतो as an academician. Okay, so collecting the knowledge for the knowledge sake comes under the fundamental research. Research concerning some natural phenomena or relating to pure mathematics are examples of fundamental research. Whereas applied research is related to, it is also known as the action research. Direct visible outcome. Direct visible outcome is the applied research. And it is not thing की तो एडिसन ने न्यूटन ने खूप सारे शोध लावलेत आणि त्याच्यानंतर सगळं बनले असं आहे का? Nowadays also we are finding a lot of huge technology developments, and that is in the industry. In the academicians, only knowledge sake, that is the fundamental. But that knowledge sake helps to the industrialist for the bringing that into reality. That research bringing into the reality. Applied research aims at finding a solution for an immediate problem facing the society or an industrial business organizations. Recently, we have taken the example of Corona 2020. Okay, so in that applied research was used. Okay, the Corona, that means, then it was detected what is the nature of that particular virus, and then how it can be killed, that was detected. That is what the research. That is the applied research. Because if they become successful to understand the nature first, that's why they have observed a long time. जवळजवळ साधारणपणे 6 ते 7 महिने लागले होते ते रिसर्च ते अँटीडोट निघायला. बरोबर आहे? What is the result behind that? They need to observe the nature particularly. Is it? First they need to observe the nature. Once they understand the nature, they can go for the corrective action. That is what the applied research. Okay? छान झोपलेलं आहे, जेवण झालेलं सगळ्यांचं. थोड़ा थेरोटिकल पार्ट आहे. You can enjoy like this. Being student is very interesting. Okay, because the central aim of applied research is to discover a solution for some pressing practical problems. Okay, whatever ongoing problems are there, and to find the solution is the research. We'll take another example, funny example. Okay, everyone was expecting to have a car in last of 5 to 10 years back around. And that time, Tata came with Nano car. Is it? Nano. What was that? Do you know what was that? Have you seen that car very closely? काय म्हणत आहे? डमडमला वरून कव्हर लावलेलं. Agree? Agree? How many of you are agree? Dum. Yes. Dum, you know? Ji, the motivation. Dum, sorry. Dum. Dum-dumला काय केलेलं होतं? Infinitely cover लावलेलं होतं. And that is what the Nano car. And because of that, it got flopped. What was expected over there? कि हे डोक्यात चाललं गेलं की कार एक्सपेक्ट करतात की मिडल क्लास लोक ज्यांची कार घेण्याची ताकद आहे कार एक्सपेक्ट करतात समथिंग वी कॅन ब्रिंग इट ॲज अ कार. नो. What was expected? A fundamental research needs to be done very seriously. तिथं काय झालं होता? Market survey. Though it is expected, but they cannot compromise with the quality. Is it? So that needs to be done in any kind of research first. So let us see the next difference between qualitative and quantitative. Quantitative, the title itself is explaining you. What is qualitative? कोणी सांगू शकतो क्वालिटी छान आहे असं कधी म्हणू शकतो आपण? Quality छान आहे. I'm not supposed to ask such a silly questions to you guys, but to make environment really light, I am going to ask.
Meets your expectations.
Yeah, correct. It meets to the expectations. Okay, everyone. Me म्हणेल की छान quality हवा आमची. Someone will say no, it's not good. It's wrong. Is it? So it meets to the particular person's expectations. Or we can say it is a degree of excellence. We can say it is a degree of excellence. So qualitative comes as a degree of excellence. प्रत्येकाची reason. There is an example of another car. It has not satisfied the degree of excellence of an individual, and that's why it was wrong. So in a qualitative research, we are supposed to keep into mind the user. कोण तुमच्या डोक्यात असला पाहिजे qualitative research मध्ये? User. It may be group of user, it may be individual, or it may be certain level that should be in mind to go for the qualitative research. Based on opinions and experiences. आता मी म्हणेल की पेट्रोलचा वास छान असतो. कुणी म्हणणार अरे पेट्रोलचा वास. Irritation. That is perception, personal, individual perception, individual's opinion. And quantitative research or quantitative research is based on the numbers. In a quantitative, small number of samples you can go for, and in a quantity, numerous number of samples you are supposed to go for. Is it? In a qualitative interviews focus group you can go for. Small number of samples you can go for in the sense. Recently we have taken the example of one of the shop at the key places available, but in that place or some other place which is not key place, but people are visiting there. You can take the example of Sweden. It is far away from the city, but still students are approaching. What can you go for? You can go for the qualitative research by studying the few of the parents, few of the students, few of the teachers, that is the different groups. You have selected for the interview. You can interview these people to understand what is the story. That is the qualitative research. Can be performed with the help of interviews or a personal group. Whereas outline and personal survey, CATI survey can be performed in a quantitative survey. CATI survey CATI in the sense we use to go for Google form, computerized something long form, I don't remember exactly, but that is the way to go for Google form or polling. Is it? That can be considered as a CATI survey. Qualitative research in depth analysis. Qualitative degree of excellence rising. We are supposed to go reach to the individual's requirement. Individual's requirement. And in that case, you are supposed to go in depth. Again, I will come to the design thinking. Design thinking. Design thinking helps, or this is one of the important methods to go for the qualitative research. Design thinking, what exactly is design thinking happens? I don't know whether you know that concept or not. Design thinking is nothing but to understand the problem first. And for understanding the problem, or better we will discuss that point in a problem solving method. Okay. The qualitative research is open-ended questions, and in qualitative research, mostly closed-ended questions are there. The next type is the applied research and fundamental research. I think we have discussed now. Double the slide. Okay, the next type is the empirical research and conceptual research. In a conceptual research, developing new concepts of the theories like Aristotle. What Aristotle derived? What is this? Phenomena. Okay, he has derived certain phenomena, and that's why that comes under the conceptual. And whereas experimental theories are formed basis for new theories like the Edison. Edison has developed concept of the Edison. Okay, so certain product came out of that is the empirical theory. Here is also one of the one more example. Conceptual theory and empirical theory. Empirical theory comes out concept in the sense lot of thinking, lot of reading, lot of data collection, and then coming to the conclusion. Certain phenomena. But empirical theory, lot of experimentation done, lot of formulas being used to set the formula. Many of the times certain things are not in our hand. कि पाऊस किती पडतो, rainfall data, civil people can understand. Okay, that intensity, how to find out the storm water quantity. There are empirical formulas. Different scientists derives for the different types of soil. There are number of factors we are supposed to take into consideration and then go for. It is the empirical method to go for. म्हणजे एखादी गोष्ट परत परत घडत असेल तर त्याला एक लॉजिक लावलं जातं आणि त्या लॉजिकला एका फॉर्म्युलामध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं जातं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड द एम्पिरिकल रिसर्च. ओके, so here I have finished the first part. I am going to cover the 4 points. First part is covered. So let us have a little discussion on first part, introduction to research. Just we have completed introduction to research. Any question, any query? No? No question? Huh? सांगितलं? Thank you. म्हणजे दोन गोष्टी असतात, एक तर अजिबात कळलेल्या नाही किंवा खूप व्यवस्थित कळलं. त्यांनी तर सांगितलं की बाबा दुसरा ऑप्शन होता म्हणून. आय डोंट नो अबाउट द अदर्स. Can we start the next one? Overview of research in academia. मी पहिल्यांदा सांगितलं की इंडस्ट्रियल रिसर्च आणि अकॅडमिक रिसर्च मध्ये एक खूप मोठा ब्रिज आहे, खूप मोठा डिफरन्स आहे. आणि त्या डिफरन्स असण्याचं कारण की we are set for the knowledge, we are set for the degree, is it? And whereas industry, they want to bring new thing into a market. Okay, nowadays patents are being accepted very easily. Do you know that patents are being accepted very easily? Okay, there are two types of patents. One is the design patent. Another is utility patent. Another is utility patent. Utility patent है one design patent इतके numbers झाले. This is one remote. I can change the shape. मला हे होल्डिंगला थोडंसं कठीण जाते. होल्डिंग व्यवस्थित करता येईल असं थोडासा शेप चेंज केला. That can be design. इसे मोबाईलचा शेप कसा आहे असा आहे. थोडा स्लिम करायचा आहे. थोडे लिटिल मॉडिफिकेशन्स केले तुम्ही हा शेप चेंज करू शकतो. किंवा इथे कर्व्स वाढवले, कर्व्स चेंज केले. अगोदर फ्लॅट कर्व व्हायचे एकदम. बरोबर आहे, आता ते कर्व मध्ये आले. सो दॅट कॅन बी डिझाइन. So that is expected in an industry, whereas in academia we are going for the set of knowledge. Okay. So overview of research in academia. What is the academic research first of all? Okay. In a very simple language, I am trying to explain here. If you feel more, you can raise your hand and tell me that we know that. Okay. Yes.
What happened that most of us have never taken a lunch?
You have not taken.
Most of us have never taken.
Not taken lunch. Okay.
Can we take a half hour?
No problem.
You will also have some.
Yeah, we can. All of you are comfortable to take a half-hour break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get on break in a half hour.
2:30. 2:30 is out.
सर थोड़ा काम ठीक है
बरेच 12 12:30 थोडं थांबूया म्हटलं